Hey gang, welcome back on a terrific Tuesday. Hope you're having a great day so far. First video on negotiation was just kind of an introductory video. And he talked about how other cultures negotiate quite a bit more. Americans think if you negotiate, you must have taken advantage of someone. Other cultures look at it as if you don't negotiate, they're offended. Um, so it's looked at differently in America. The other interesting thing, and that I found to be true, men equate negotiating to winning a ball game, and most women associate it with going to the dentist. So guys seem to enjoy negotiating a whole lot more. That used to be true in my household. If we were at a store where my wife knew I was planning to negotiate, she would often wait in the car because she was embarrassed that I would ask for a lower price. Now she beats me to the punch. She is negotiating before I am, and will negotiate almost anywhere and has come to really enjoy it. So I think it's one of those things that once you begin doing it, it's a whole lot easier to do. And I got my wife started at rummage sales. Rummage sales are a great place to say, when someone has $2 on something, would you take $1? Most of the time they say yes. And if they say no, then again, you still have the choice. You still have the ability to put the money back in your pocket and walk away, or say, well, maybe it's worth $2. I'll pay $2. It's up to you. You still have the choice. Just like they had the choice to accept your offer or not. And sometimes when you say okay and you put it back down and start walking away, then they have second thoughts. Well, maybe $1 is okay. So, it's not a bad thing to ask for a lower price. He also laid out some parameters on when it is okay to get a good deal. And first and foremost, you don't lie. You are not a con artist when you are negotiating. You're not trying to get away with something. Your integrity is important. Doing the right thing is important. So we're not out to lie. We're not out to trick someone. We're not playing a con game. So that's first rule in getting a good deal. Second, we're not going to harm anyone. We're not going to threaten. We're not going to, do anything that would make things bad for the other side of the negotiation. And third, we always want to approach it as a win-win. We want both sides to come out happy, feeling like something good just happened. So as long as you follow those parameters, you don't lie, you don't harm anyone, and you approach it as a win-win, then it's okay to get a good deal. Make getting a bargain a way of life. Make it a challenge. Make it a fun game. But make sure that you enjoy the process. And again, we're looking at a win-win. We want both people to walk away with a smile on their face. And the other part is you need to start with the idea that everything is negotiable. Most places that you go, you can negotiate. Now, chain stores, big box stores, stuff like that, that may not be as true, but in a lot of places, you would be surprised on where you can get a discount. One of my favorite little tricks is to say, hey, how about the good guy discount? Do you have one of those? And the cashier or the person will look at me and say, the good guy discount? Yeah, I'm a good guy, you're a good guy, how about a discount? And sometimes they knock off 5% just because I made them laugh. what does it hurt? And sometimes they'll say, well, we don't have a good guy discount, but there is this deal going on that I could put on there. Hey, thanks. I knew you were a good guy. What's the harm? And they'll go home and tell a good story. Hey, some crazy guy said, how about the good guy discount? It was pretty funny. What's the harm? So start with the idea that everything is negotiable, and have some fun with it. He recommended a great book called Getting to Yes. If you want to learn how to negotiate, if you want to be a good negotiator, it is a must-read book. So make sure you try to find that book. Getting to Yes is a really good one. And then the other thing that you need to know about negotiating is that the person with the most information is almost always going to come out ahead in a negotiation. The more information you have, the more ability you have to negotiate a good deal. My example for that is I like to negotiate at hotels. Hotels charge a much higher price than they need to. And so I have found that they are very easy to negotiate with, especially when you don't make a reservation. You just walk into the hotel and say, hey, do you have any vacancies? And when they say yes, oftentimes you can get a much, much better deal than the regular room rate. Now, there's a couple of exceptions to that. Like during the state wrestling tournament, there is not a hotel room available in Madison. No hotel is going to give you a deal when everyone is booked. EAA in Oshkosh. No one within a 40-mile radius of Oshkosh is going to give you a good deal because everything is booked. So you have to be aware of those situations. If there's something big going on where hotels are booked, you're not going to get a deal. But if hotels are not booked full, oftentimes they really want you in the room, and they are authorized to give deals to people that walk in. Now, here's the information side of it that I have discovered. I once, as part of a master's class, was able to interview the owner of a local hotel. And I discovered through that interview that depending on how much they pay their employees and things like that, it generally costs a hotel $25 to $35 to have someone in the room. Once they clean the sheets and do all of that, it's about $25 to $35. Now, when you look at most hotels charge in the neighborhood of $100. That's a pretty big markup. The other thing that I know through my research is that when the room sits empty, the hotel is losing money. They have a point where they need X number of people in the rooms in order to make a profit. So, especially when a hotel has very low occupancy, you can find some really great deals. So, with that information in hand, I will oftentimes offer a hotel $50 or $60, maybe $70 for a room. You would be surprised how often I get a room for like $50 because they want people in the room. They need people there to make profit. And so if it's kind of a last minute thing, oftentimes they will be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do $50 because they need someone in that room or they are losing money. So armed with the information that I know their costs are at max about $35, and also knowing that they're losing money $10-ish a room. If no one is in the room, offering $50, $60, they're still making a profit, win-win, but they're not making as big of a profit, win. So give it a try sometime. See what happens. You might be surprised at the deal you could get. But remember, always start with the idea that everything is negotiable. And I hope you enjoy today's video. He's going to start with the basic steps of negotiating. And he's going to talk again about integrity and being honest. So, enjoy the video, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a great day.